Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Fast Guard News. I'm Dwight Gibson.
I'm Roderick Payne.
And today we want to talk to you about open carrying guns in Florida. So apparently the Supreme Court decided, was it the Supreme Court?
It was overthrown, the 40-year ruling.
That state of Florida, previously they just had permitless concealed carry. Mm-hmm. Now it's open carry. So now you can carry a weapon concealed or open. What does that mean for security and safety of the public?
What that means for, well, the safety of the public, I guess, is debatable. Mm-hmm. What it means for security is going to kind of like blur the lines. They haven't put out any new legislation yet, but think if I'm in an open carry state, like I've been to Georgia, Vermont, Texas, you can open carry, you can have your gun out, not a problem. But the minute I put a shirt on and open carry, I'm a police officer. I'm a security guard. Mm-hmm. The issue with that being that the law used to be that when a security guard gets off of duty, so if I'm a security guard now and I'm off duty, I might still have my uniform on. I got to take my gun. Now I'm a civilian. So you don't get those same protections when you have to take the gun off. They want you to store the gun in your vehicle or conceal it because now you're off duty. And now you have open carry, which means that the security guard can carry when he's on, carry when he's off. Anybody can carry. Everybody has guns. I always said that part of the issue, there's a funny skit that's done where this guy's like in a cowboy hat, mm-hmm. and a guy comes in and says something, and he pulls out his gun. And then the guy with the cowboy hat sees him. He's like, I'm going to be the hero. He pulls out his gun. Another guy sitting there drinking coffee was like, oh, my God, this is my chance. I'm going to go ahead and pull out my gun and be the hero. Pulls out his gun. There's 40 people in the bar, 40 different guns pointed at 40 different people. It's a nightmare.
First day of open carry, and I'm pumped. It's good guys with guns are going to keep this country safe and free. Might even buy this CD to celebrate.
Y'all take a Cocoa Chino, extra brownies, some whipped cream.
Excuse me.
Nutmeg.
Did you know there was a line back here?
Oh, I'm sorry, ma'am. I thought you were still shopping.
You want to try that again, son?
As a matter of fact, I do.
Put the gun down, no one gets hurt. Whoa, 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 I'm the good guy. In this scenario, I'm the brave vigilante protecting the rule of law.
And I'm the proud patriot standing his ground.
I'm 99% sure that I'm the good guy.
I'm 99.9% sure that I am currently the good guy right here in this situation.
Okay, just put your hands up.
Don't you point that thing at me. Don't you know a good guy when you see one?
I am the good guy.
No, I'm definitely the good guy. I'm the noble worker protecting everyone in this establishment.
Susie, tell mommy your daddy's about to be a hero.
Drop your weapons!
I'm the armed victim / concerned citizen / neighborhood watch extraordinaire, saving the day.
I don't know who you're saving yourself from, son. I'm the good guy.
Bull honky, I'm the good guy.
I'm a good guy too.
All right, I'm taking charge of this situation on the floor now. Drop or I shoot.
Shoot who?
The bad guys. Who are the bad guys?
You all seem pretty terrible.
I am the Good Samaritan here to lend a helping hand.
Free!
Now I need to know which one of y'all are good guys.
So good guys, raise your hand!
Right. I see what's going on here.
You come with me.
I'm the only one that ain't got a gun.
Are you resisting arrest? Y'all folks have a good day.
Thank you, sir. Came out of nowhere. Didn't even see him over there. Whew.
That about got real hairy.
Closer than 2 cockroaches on a bacon bit.
Oh, good Lord.
Finger check. You good?
Yeah.
You all right?
Okay.
This guy got hit.
Ah, shit. I'm sorry about that, kid. What? That's the price of freedom.
Price of freedom.
Speaking of freedom, I am famished.
You fucking shot me.
I know you. Yeah, now think about that.
Yo,
That's what it is.
big grandma or bust. Tell you what.
And I think that's what that creates when you see everybody walking around with a gun hoisted up like a cowboy. I think it gets kind of crazy. Florida's already a crazy place when it comes to guns. People are getting shot. I mean, I don't see anywhere but maybe like Vermont or the northern states where it's been beneficial. Like Texas, people get shot all the time in Texas, open carry or not. So, I mean, when people aren't making good decisions with guns, usually giving them more freedom and functionality with guns is not a good idea. But I think it's going to do a big thing for the 2A community, the community of people who believe in your Second Amendment right, the right to bear arms. It's going to raise gun sales. It does a couple things, but as far as safety goes, I think I would feel unsafe because have you seen some of the wackos that are at these gun stores and at at the gun, what do they call that? The
gun range?
No, the gun show. I walked into the gun show and some of those people were like prehistoric and they were in there buying big guns. And I'm like, what does that person need that gun for? Like, you know, what are you going to do with that? It's like,
that's their Second Amendment right.
It's their right. So it
Just
makes
like
me
it's
nervous.
their right to not take showers if they choose.
If they choose that, these people aren't making good clothing decisions. My God, what are they going to do with a gun? So, you know, you look at all of these things, and it made me uncomfortable. So imagine if these same individuals, you're eating dinner with your family, guy comes in with a gun on, gets irate with the manager. I want my money back. I want this. What do you know? Starts yelling, obscenities, whatever the case. He hasn't broken any laws yet. He just has a gun on and he's yelling. How easily that could transition into pulling out the firearm, losing his temper.
That part is illegal though, because you can't bring the weapon into that establishment.
Yeah, correct. So none of the laws are going to change about where you can bring them at, like schools, government buildings, whatever. But the whole deal is you come in, you can bring it into a restaurant unless they have it posted. Private establishment, unless they have it posted. It's anywhere they sell alcohol that they don't want you at. But say if this place has no alcohol, like a McDonald's. Okay. Unless they have posted no weapons in here, in which you'll start seeing a bunch of that happen. It's going to blur the line between security guard and regular individual. It's going to blur the line with crime because now people can wear guns. And imagine now a criminal that is coming at you to do some type of criminal act. But now instead of having, the gun out, you see the gun on their waist. And it may mean that they can use the gun. It sends a different perception, right? And guns are going to be a lot more accessible. There's going to be a lot of people carrying guns who aren't used to carrying guns.
True.
Guns are going to get stolen out of cars and out of people's purses. Like, it's just going to be more guns on the street.
So is the likelihood of accidents with a gun or incidents involving a gun are naturally going to increase?
They naturally increase. And I think a lot of people are going to get excited, but Floridians, Americans have an attitude about themselves. Floridians have a whole nother attitude about themselves. And so when you get those things mixed up, it has to be heavy rule. And then how are the police going to perceive it? Like you had people getting shot sometime with both of their hands up and both of their legs up. And hey, I got a weapon in the car. It's down there, but my feet and hands are up. Shoot them anyway. So imagine what's going to happen when you have your gun on your hip and they see you with it. How many accidents could potentially happen?
Yeah, maybe. To be determined. So speaking of guns, Charlie Kirk was tragically murdered. I think it was in Utah, right?
Yeah, Utah.
So I'm assuming they had security. I don't know what type of security, but in your opinion, what do you think could have been done to possibly prevent that or, have it? Because whoever the shooter was, obviously, they say he was 200 yards away?
200 yards away. And, I mean, the guys he had were pretty high level. He was shooting, I forgot what kind of round it was, a big round though.
Yeah, but like public safety wise, like somebody else could have got hit.
1,000%.
So,
I mean, they did all they could. If I had to critique the guards that were with him, I would say they pretty much did their job to the T. Knowing that you're at a location like that, knowing that what you do is controversial, everybody just can't have Secret Service snipers and all of this stuff around when they speak. That's reserved for like dignitaries and presidents. So, you take a guy like Charlie. He's out there speaking. What he's doing is pretty friendly. He's on campus debating people. If you don't like what I'm saying, prove me wrong. That happens all the time. There's a few guys that are doing that. You don't think that somebody will get killed for what they say, but that's the world we live in. So as far back as 200 yards, that's a real tough one. Like, what could you do? You could have a drone up for surveillance of the area, but are you going to be looking 200 yards away? Are you really concerned with snipers for a guy who's debating with college students?
Yes and no. So that building that the sniper was on was at least 2 stories high. So you don't think it's suspicious that, clearly they had surveillance because they have them on camera getting on
somebody
the roof.
was getting on, yeah.
But so is the surveillance not monitored?
But
Like, shouldn't there have been, hey, there's a guy climbing on the roof, maybe we should call somebody?
Yeah, that's the second time that happened. Think about people seeing the sniper that tried to shoot at President Trump on the roof. I mean, when you look at these things and just understand how these errors occur, it's like people see it and they're like, okay, well, maybe this is part of the actual sniper team. They don't know who it is.
Oh, thinking it's a sniper for the security
for the good
team.
guys. Hey, this is for just part of security.
From 200 yards away to shoot at who?
That's what I'm saying. So like, you look at all of those facts combined. Yeah, somebody should have seen something and said something, pulled the alarm. But that's what we're saying now, after the fact, that they just went over and been another speaking engagement, and somebody was on the roof. And say if they would have missed the shot, it would have been, they tried to do this to take him out.
The point I'm trying to make is, what good is surveillance if it only records what happens after the fact?
To be reactive.
Right? So if you're going to have surveillance, it should be monitored. So that way, if something or someone is out of place, someone can be alerted.
I think that so he had his own private detail. I think I couldn't tell it was 4 or 5 guys. They were standing, in a formation around him, proper. He got hit. He went down. They tried life-saving, tried to get him to a vehicle, proper. Nothing else they could do.
Did he get hit in the chest or in the neck?
Yeah, he got hit in the neck, like right in the carotid artery. It was, it came out of him quick. Whatever, how many quarts of blood you have, came all the way out. He bled out quickly, and you think about that. Okay, you got a 5-man team or whatever you got. There should have been some kind of heightened, because I think there was 5,000 people out there. You got campus police. They need to be maybe locking off that area, because now this is an event, right? 5,000 people is a big event.
Yeah.
So this is a lot of people out there showing respect to this guy. You need to have some type of special event situation in place, which I'm sure they did there. I'm pretty sure they probably had at least one police officer there. The issue is how much do you lock it down? When you go to a football game, even collegiate football games, they lock that stadium down in the morning, 4 or 5 in the morning. Nobody in or out unless you've gone through the process. They walk the bomb dogs around the whole property, around the outside, around the inside, in the bleachers. Search the whole thing, and then it's hard locked down. Nobody in or out. Then they start letting people in a control situation. People are only allowed to come through these 2 entrances. So it's hard to do that where he was debating in that location. So could there have been something done? Yeah, you could have had, a helicopter up. You could have had a bunch of stuff. But the reality for that engagement, you got to think of him as the customer too. The reaction, if they had somebody monitoring the cameras, that would have been half the battle. I put that on the university because they probably don't. I mean, think how many cameras on a university campus is a lot. And so they probably don't invest in that. And they probably will now as a reaction.
Well, hint, camera monitoring is extremely affordable. You can go to fastguardservice.com and see how affordable it is. So to have those cameras monitored, I don't think it would have put the university out of business.
It wouldn't have. And you get 3 or 4 stations, 3 or 4 of the pods, put them out there, have a monitor. But again, This is thinking proactive. This is thinking after a major incident just happened. This is going to change everything. This is the first person in this century that I believe that we seen get assassinated on TV. I believe in 2000, since 2000, nobody's been shot on live television. So you put those things in place, put the cameras in place, monitor them. Step one, put a drone or two up in the air if you can't have a helicopter. Step two, they have drones that do amazing things now.
Yeah.
Face detection.
Integrated with AI.
With AI, they can detect weapons, all kind of stuff. So having a drone up isn't a bad idea.
It was an extremely unfortunate and tragic situation.
But
do you think there was perhaps a bulletproof, maybe, I don't know, not glass, but like shield or something that they can put around?
They have those, but again, you know, a lot of people don't like the optics of that. They don't like to see the fact that a person had to put up some type of bulletproof cage to prevent somebody from getting shot. Is it really that dangerous? Because, you know, the perception is going to be is, you know, this person's in fear for their life in some type of way. And it's just a tough situation at an event. The cameras would have prevented and deterred. The drones in the air prevent and deter and see in real time what's going on. But again, all of these are different pieces of a very large puzzle of, do you take your security serious? I think everybody learned from that. Anytime you get more than about 100 people together, that because it's a large crowd, you're going to have to consider that terrorists will use these crowds to wreak havoc. This is what terrorism is all about. So why not? I mean, if you know you have it, he had his own personal security team. I don't know how, you know, the crowd control may have been controlled, because people looked like they dropped everything and everybody took off running when he got hit. And you got to think all eyes were on him during that time. So it's not like, you know, he was part of a band and he's just one of the guys. No, he was the main attraction. Everybody was looking at him and they just seen him just get murdered like that. Yeah. It was an ugly situation. The proper event security, the proper planning, proper perimeters. I mean, how far is too far? You're going to put somebody a mile out? You know, you got guys out here that can make some pretty amazing shots. Yeah. But at least you try to do what you can to try to prevent that from happening. Something as simple as a guy on the roof.
But that building, was that building that the shooter was on campus?
It was still on campus, 200 yards away. Like, I mean, who would even think about something like that happening on a campus? Because they're so vulnerable.
I'm not a sniper. I'm not a long gun specialist, so I don't know if that's considered a long shot or a standard shot.
That's standard for rifles. Again, I think he was shooting with a Lapua. I can't remember the bullet, or Creedmoor, 6.5. It's a big round, and it travels. And that's big game. I mean, you shooting deer, 15-point bucks with that and knocking them down, hogs. So, like, you look at that and understand that, you know, that was a decent shot in the neck from that far. That was a pretty good shot. And so you can't prevent everything, but what you can do is make major deterrents. If people see all of that stuff, they're going to rethink it. They're going to think, there's no way I can get this here. And those things aren't, like you said, it's not going to break the bank. Having a few of those pods up and maybe like a square formation, seeing everything
the mobile
that's going
surveillance trailers.
I think that might be the new thing with events. You got to have something out there watching everything. You got to have drones out there. Watching the sky. You need to know what's going on, and you need to have different people watching different sectors to make sure that everybody's going to be safe. It sucks to have to spend that. Now you have to consider that as part of your budget. But think about when we went to Wisconsin for that event. Dogs checking vehicles, checking for weapons, going through cars. I'm talking about they going through Winnebagos, they're going through everything, and they found weapons. People were trying to enter a secured location with weapons. They found them, got them out of there. But think about how dangerous that is. Nobody else has a weapon. Why you want to bring your weapon with you?
Right. So how soon was it after the shooting that they catch the shooter?
It looked like about 4 days, 3 or 4 days, but I mean, we love to hear the hero story. You know, they arrested a guy that same day. person of interest, and they got him on the news dragging him. We got him.
It was an older gentleman.
The older guy.
So who was he?
Well, I forgot his name, but they said he was another guy that was there during 9/11. It's a lot of stuff floating around the internet. I don't want to get into the conspiracies, but it was chaos. And they grabbed some guy, and they probably roughed him up a little bit, drug his knees across the ground. And he's like, "It's not me." And they found out they do not have the guy. And there were several supremacy groups that went offline minutes after the shot was taken. Completely deleted all their content and ended their Instagram or TikTok, whatever it was. So a lot of very weird circumstances. They said that some of the hate groups inside of it's Fast Guard. I can help you. Hello.
What was that, Darth Vader?
Man, they fucking around and keep calling the phone. So some of the hate groups in that Utah area actually closed up their chapters and tried to like really close down a lot of their social media. So the FBI was saying that they probably had advanced knowledge of this shooting and knew it was about to happen. If you're an accessory either after the fact or before the fact. If you knew a murder was about to happen and you did nothing to stop it. So there's a lot of moving parts. How far they're going to take it, we don't know. But I know that somebody lost their life. Could things have been done differently? The bulletproof cage is a great idea. Perception-wise, a lot of people don't like standing behind those things. Like the Pope rides in one. If he rides in one, I think that if I'm doing a public speaking engagement, I need to be riding in one too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Well, if you need event security, you can reach us online, www.fastguardservice.com. You can also reach us by phone at 844-254-8273. We hope to hear from you soon. Thank you and have a great day.
Have a nice one.